Women should be involved in research, both as researchers and as participants. At the moment, only 23% involve women in the research. That is criminal.
We really need to be engaging communities of women living with HIV and women among key populations because they are the stakeholders, and in order to increase their participation but also to ensure that the clinicals are really relevant to their needs and to their realities, we need to include them in all of their diversities from the ground up. So from the planning to the implementation to the oversight of clinical trials.
We need to ask women what they want to know about research because we need to be able to ask relevant questions. We need to get women to help us in working out what the barriers are to recruitment and then how we can get over those.
It costs more to research on women, and that is the reason why research is not being carried out on women. To think that it's as a result of cost that we are having our health compromised, that's not okay. So I would like to see that change.
When you go to see a doctor, they don't communicate about any information about clinical trials. Probably some women, they have that will, but there is always barrier. They don't inform us enough.
There are multi-level barriers, and the approach therefore has to be at multiple levels, and it needs to come both from a regulatory perspective, from a political perspective, to drive forward the agenda for women in research.
I think it's needed to create and women involvement board with very active women who are peer-to-peer transfer the information about personal experience to be involved or was involved in clinical trial, and it's need to discuss with another women about this importance.
I would rather have women getting involved with clinical research in the beginning before the research questions are done so that women can set the agenda for the clinical research. So train women to understand what research is and actually get women involved with mentors so that they can help to build their own capacity as well.
Locally, the support needs to be first with the GP because it's the first person in contact with family, with women, and then it's the clinics, the hospital, and also the social security to inform the population that clinical research is available. Patient organizations are really important in that role because they are really active and they are good to inform in every platform, like on social media and other ways. We should never be afraid to ask questions if we have issues because it's communication that helps really to get more information and also to be involved.
We need to protect the space that civil society has in political arenas. We need to make sure they have a place to voice their concerns and a place at the table. They need to be there as partners and as equals, and in the current political context that has become more difficult. Their funding is also shrinking, and we have to ensure that community-led organizations have funding and have a spot at the table to be heard. And that's how we make impact. I would love to see what kind of dialogue we could have about increasing the right to health, access to healthcare for women among key populations, migrant women, and the intersection between the two.
You are so important, you are central to everything, and you have the power to change things. Like, your voice is actually the most important voice. It's not clinicians, it's not all the other stakeholders, it's actually women living with HIV.
We are strong and we can do better when we're informed. So get ready, take information and get in action.